You have to ask, why would people even consent to do that? And they'll consent for a lot of reasons, probably. I'll give you two of them. They will consent because by the time the Antichrist comes, the Bible has already predicted that there will be a famine of the hearing of the word. Where else will the coming generation learn anything about an Antichrist? Where are they going to hear it? Already in America, less than 50% of people are going to church. So the majority don't even go to church in America already. Where are their kids going to hear anything about Christ, the end of the church age, the coming of an Antichrist? An Antichrist is demonic, is evil. Don't take that mark. You can't be saved if you take it. Where are they going to hear it? They're not going to get it in school ever. They're going to hear churches mocked as old-fashioned and archaic. They don't go to church, so they're never going to hear that language. Don't fool yourself and think, well, they're probably being taught at home. No, they're not. If you're a Christian and you just stay home and you never take your kids to church and hear a preacher preach and let them hear Sunday school stories, you can defend that as long as you want to defend it. But in Hebrews we read clearly, don't forsake the assembling of yourselves together. And so much the more as that day approaches, meaning the closer we get to the end, the more you need to gain strength from each other. You need to find, your kids need to know it's not just mom and dad. They're not the only ones wacko. A whole lot of people are wacko. But when you find out a whole lot of people believe the same thing they do, now it becomes a little easier to understand and accept and believe it. But when you're just hearing it from mom and dad, after a while you're so ready to leave mom and dad anyway and move out on their own. And then the influence of mom and dad is lost because they won't find any friends like mom and dad who believe the same things. There is so much more value to church than just hearing a sermon now and then and having a Sunday school class to put our kids in to hear those great stories. We are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses in the church who all believe in the same Jesus and believe in the same doctrine. So by the time the Antichrist comes, do you know there's a verse that actually asks the question, shall he find faith when he comes? As if it's a genuine possibility that by the time Christ actually returns, he won't find enough faith to measure.